Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Rampan. This is going to be my 500 subscriber video. Kind of just recording this a little bit ahead of time because I'm just getting up there. Just want to make sure that this is ready right when I hit 500 subscribers. But I was going to be answering the questions that I had that I received on my video that was just the little announcement video, and I was just going to have you guys just have this playing while I do that so you guys have something to watch. So let us start this so you guys can see me blowing stuff up. Oh crap, I hit the button too soon. Shit. Yep, hit it too soon. Okay, great way to start this off. And my audio's a bit messed up. Okay, let me get this set up and then we'll... There we go. Just had to make sure I had the flying thing started before I took off. But this is something I randomly made, and I hope you guys enjoy the outcome. Let's just put this in slow-mo. I'm just going to leave it at that. So while I'm kind of answering one of the first questions, slow-mo. But one of the first questions that I received from Altus Magnus, let's see, do you have any certain ambitions for YouTube? There's a lot of things to this, so I'm going to, okay, so for now, from Altus Magnus, first one is, do you have any certain ambitions for YouTube? Let's see. Did not all of them drop? No, all of them didn't drop. It's because they got... Okay, well, you still get to see some of this. Oh, crap. That works. Okay, so yeah, do I have any ambitions for YouTube? Or do I just want to kind of do this as like or am I just doing this for fun? I'm kind of doing it for both. I do enjoy just making these videos and seeing that people enjoy them, but part of me does actually want to have something happen with this, and my very, very highest goal that I have technically would be I would like to be the largest US YouTuber for Total War. Because I know Lionheart is the largest in the UK, obviously. My highest goal would be that. But I know that more than likely won't happen. I'd be happy with any sort of with a respectable amount. But that's just the highest goal. But mainly I do this for fun. But hey, I still want to try and do as well as I can. The slow-mo. Okay, so that's the first part of his. Let's see. Do you ever think you will ever play other types of games? Yeah, I have actually tried doing that a little bit on my channel. You guys, some of you probably noticed. Yeah, I tried like playing Dark Souls 2 at one point. Tried playing a little bit of Minecraft. What other campaigns did I have that weren't Total War? Well, technically, Endless Space and Endless Legend, those aren't Total War, but they're similar. Heroes of the Storm, I have some Heroes of the Storm on here. I have tried, yeah, playing a little bit of some games that aren't just Total War, and I'm probably going to be doing that a little bit more, because if I have the money at the time that Witcher 3 is released, I think I want to do a Let's Play of that, because I think that'll be fun. But I know the reason I kind of stopped with the Dark Souls campaign, or Let's Play that I was doing, not a lot of people seemed to watch it, and it didn't seem like many people enjoyed watching it, it seemed. And also, I really just wanted to play the game and just finally beat it, because it's just like, oh, I'm moving so slowly. Because after I said, oh, I'm going to just end this campaign, I just completely beat the game. So it's kind of hard for me to... For me in Dark Souls, that was kind of a problem, because whenever I get that game, I have to play it through all at once. I can't just slowly play through it. A game like The Witcher 3, I can sort of play through it a little bit slowly at a time. Let's go to the next zone. There are other monstrosities I made. This one works fairly well for this place, though, too. Don't hit the ground. And I hit the ground. That's the problem, starting out 100%. Okay, I'll get to the next question in a second. Fly! And then slow-mo it. Slow-mo. So, okay, didn't get to slow-mo it. Oh, I actually did that way too soon. Oops. What are some other things that I built here? Ooh, let's see. We have my something mabob. I'll let that continue running. I kind of just made a bunch of random things so I can show you guys something while I do these. But I am tempted to try playing other games besides just Total War. What else do we got? Ooh, Spinning Death. I remember this one. Let's see, what is the Ignite? It's Y. But yeah, I am tempted to do other games. I just need to find the right games to play. Let's see, another part. Man, I should have. I'm kind of glad I let you guys say more than just one question, but there's a lot of multiple part questions. Okay, would you possibly do co-op campaigns for you Total War with other YouTubers? Probably, most likely with hot people from Hot Seats. Actually, I am tempted. I am trying to do that right now. I'm really tempted right now to start another Rome campaign, Rome 2 campaign, and I was gonna try. And it was just actually part of my votes, one of my polls that I put up. Where I would probably try and make a. This one's kind of fun. It looks like it's doing break dancing after a while. It's kind of slow to start off. But I do want to try and do campaigns with other YouTubers. Some YouTubers it's difficult to, just because I know I know it will be difficult to because of the time zone difference. Let's see, the Rambler, Lionheart, Warrior Sparta, I believe all of them are in the UK. Um, so it's a thing with time zones, and some of the people that I have met in the Hot Seat campaign group, they're also some of their time zones are a little bit iffy. Who is it? The Wise Coffin, if I remember correctly, he is from Portugal, if I remember correctly. So that's one thing. But I am tempted to try and do campaigns like that eventually. This one's fun. I like this one. It just likes to spin until it's disturbed. This is going to be really good for me just answering questions. Okay, so those are all the ones that I have from Altus Magnus. Now, next person. Let's see. That Nuts Aussie 12. He has a few. Hey, Rampan, I want to know what your favorite historical period is. Okay. Let's see. This is a good question, and it's not that hard for me to answer. I think obviously because of how much I like playing Medieval 2 Total War, the medieval era is one of my favorite historical periods. I love the Holy Roman Empire, obviously, because I've been playing them in both hot seats I'm in, and the Byzantine Empire. I just really like both of those factions, like the just them in general, just personal favorites. And yeah, the like kind of medieval to Renaissance and a little bit medieval and Renaissance eras I love those two time periods. So pretty much the entire time frame in medieval 2, I love that period. The Roman period I also like, just not as much. I really like medieval period, the medieval period a lot. After for me, after the 15th, 16th century, it just got so boring for me. It's like, okay, it's okay. But I really like a lot of more of the ancient histories, um, mainly medieval. Well, not that's not ancient, but I mainly like the medieval period and also kind of the classical era, with Rome, like the start of Rome, not the fall of Rome, mainly the start of it. Um, and yeah, those are my two favorite periods. They're, but yeah, that's what I'd have to say. I would have to say the medieval period is by far my favorite. Let's see. What's your favorite movie? That's the next one. Okay. This is kind of a tough one. Ah, damn you for asking a good question. Fuck. Yeah, it's hard for me to see. I'm trying to think. What is my favorite movie? It's hard for me to just think off the top of my head, but I'd have to say, just for one that I've watched a lot, um, I know personally, I like, yeah, I love superhero kind of movies. I like, yeah, the Avengers, Iron Man, stuff like that. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's like my favorite kind of superhero, and I've always liked him, and I've always liked his movies, except for Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 sucked. Um, and I actually really liked the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I feel the character kind of fit a little bit more, even though he wasn't as nerdy as he was before. Um, okay, but I can't just say, oh yeah, one of those is my favorite movie. Um, I know another movie I really liked was District 9. I really liked that. I thought that was really cool. But personally, I think one movie I'd have to say is my favorite, just because I've watched it so much, is Hellboy. I love Hellboy. When I was younger, my dad had that, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I just love, I love Hellboy. It's awesome. I love the first movie. Second movie's good. Not as good as the first, I would say, but I want there to be a third one. Want there to be a third Hellboy movie. Oh, yeah, but personally, I'd have to say my favorite movie is Hellboy. I think that's the only one I can really think of that's like, oh yeah, I really like that movie. Because when was it? Um, over my winter break, I was kind of up north at visiting my mom's side of the family, and I was staying there. She's not, she doesn't make that much money, so there's not much to do there, so I kind of just continued watching Hellboy on my TV, like my TV, just over and over while I was playing Stronghold Crusader 2. It's like, oh hey, here we go. Uh, so I really like Hellboy. I've watched it a lot. Okay, and then what is your favorite music genre? Um, let's see, where's my iPod? It's hard for me to say because I have a lot of songs. I have a lot of songs I like. I have on my iPod 746 songs that I like, and my music varies a lot, but um, I'm just gonna have to continue just randomly spinning. Um, yeah, my music, yeah, varies a lot, but most of the kind of stuff I like is like I like a lot of bands like I loved Nirvana, I love the Foo Fighters, Green Day, The Offspring, bands like that. Sum 41, Blink 22, stuff like that. But more recently, because of I have a feeling some of you guys might know E-Rock 331. Is it, or is it 331? No, it's E-Rock 331. Um, and his meets metals of certain just random themes. Ever since I started watching his videos, I've started getting a lot more into just kind of metal kind of songs. So I really like songs like that. Um, but just any kind of rock, sort of metal, kind of alternative, anything like that, I really like. Um, but I've grown a lot more towards grown a lot more towards metal. My roommate actually showed me it's kind of folk metal. It is a Finnish band, Korpiklani. Maybe you guys have heard of that. Some of their songs I've started to really enjoy, and yeah, so I'd have to say, yeah, my basically my favorite genre is sort of the kind of rock, alternative rock, sort of stuff like that, and then to metal. But I usually listen to anything really. Uh, like I have I have like Johnny Cash on my iPod. I have Eminem on my iPod. I have some Daft Punk on my iPod. I just have anything I like. If I like it, it's on my iPod. If I don't like it, it's not on my iPod. Um, so I'd have to say that's what my favorite music genre is. Okay. Any other questions? There's also, let's see. I'm gonna one person's question. I'm gonna wait for a second because this is a very difficult question for me to answer, and I'm actually gonna have to get out of this to kind of talk about it because like, oh my god. Um, okay. From Dark Dragon 732. Hey there, Rampant. I would like to know what's one. I would like to know what's one of your biggest pet peeves and what made you start a YouTube channel. Um, I think I actually answered the YouTube channel part in my other Q&A for when I hit. Was it 250 subscribers? I think it was when I hit 250 subscribers. But I'll kind of just summarize what it was again. But the main reason I started a YouTube channel is I actually from watching like channels like Heir of Carthage. Heir of Carthage I've watched a lot over the years. I remember watching his Greek cities Let's Play in Rome 1, and I really enjoy watching his Let's Plays, and I love Patchy. I love Patchy. I wish I had my own Patchy in my campaigns, but maybe I'm just my own Patchy. I throw my men's lives away at just random sometimes. Oh, thought I heard my door. Where? Okay, nothing. So he kind of inspired me. It's like, oh hey, I kind of want to try this, and then I tried it one day, and I actually enjoyed it. Commenting on videos and uploading them, and seeing that people enjoyed them. So I kind of just continued. But I think I give a better answer in my 250 subscriber video. But I think that's roughly what I said before. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And then what is one of my biggest pet peeves? I would have to say I really, really dislike when people walk really slowly. I am a tall guy. I'm 6'2", 6'3", somewhere between that. And I have long legs, and I use them to my advantage, and I walk very fast. So when people are blocking my way, I'm like, oh my god, get out, move, bitch, get out the way, because seriously, oh my god. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is when people are just walking so slowly, and it happens a lot at my college, where there'll just be groups of people standing in a block in front of me on a bridge. I can't pass them, and they're walking so slowly. I'm like, ah. And I've just always been like this. I always just like walking fast. It kind of feels ironic or hypocritical. Is entirely different when I'm driving. When I'm driving, I always just go to the speed limit. I'm always like, oh yeah, I'm on the right side, so I'm on the slow lane. I'm going the speed limit, and I just do that. And then I get pissed off when people pass me and they start speeding in the slow lane. It's kind of a combined pet peeve. I hate when I'm walking. I hate when people go slower than me. When I'm driving, I hate when people are going faster than me because they're going past the speed limit when there's no real goddamn purpose to. Because when I was younger, I would always have to drive to and from my dad's and my mom's, and it's a 2.5 hour drive. So I'd always be like, oh, but when I was younger, I would just calculate, oh, like how many miles per minute are we going at this speed? And it's like, okay, so yeah, from 0 to 60, yeah, it grows very quickly at the difference in how long it takes you to go 1 mile in 1 minute for your distance. And then after it's 60, it's like, it's very small. It's like after 60, there's less and less reason to speed because the amount of the amount of time it takes is so small, is decreased so smallly. It's just, it doesn't do much. It's not as good as up to 60. It diminishes. So it's like, why? Just go the damn speed limit. Listen to some music. Chill the fuck out. It's so annoying. There have been times where it's like, oh hey, my iPod's on. Perfect song turns on. I start playing Leapfrog with some asshole. Going 90 down a freeway. I should never do that again. Yeah. Freeway? Yeah, freeway. No, highway. Yeah, I always get them mixed up. So I'd have to say that's one of my biggest pet peeves. It's kind of a combined one. Now, this last question, it's kind of two. The one is, I'm not sure what it's asking. It just says, do you know anime? The other, it's you Rampand, what's your favorite game and do you know anime? I'm assuming he's like, do you watch anime or, because I think it's obvious from me talking in my videos. I know anime. I know a decent amount of them. That's the main reason I started my Shogun 2 campaign. There was mods that made your characters animate. I thought that was funny as hell. So I'm like, I want to use these mods and make a campaign out of it. Sadly, the dude that was making those mods said, "Oh hey, I'm gonna take these mods, put them into this big mod, and you can't use this other mod with these mods. So I can't conquer Korea and be anime characters at the same time." That pissed me off. But I do, yeah, know a decent amount about anime. I'm gonna exit out this because I'm gonna actually have to use my Steam to my advantage, um, to kind of talk about figuring out what the fuck my favorite game is. But I do know anime, and I before I didn't really like it too much when I was in like 10th grade. The only thing I watched was like Naruto, and that's about it. And then over time, I've kind of grown more and more like I'm really like anime. I have a giant bookmark on my browser, all these animes that I've found that I want to watch eventually because I'm subscribed to some dude that has top 10 lists of animes that he suggests people watch. So I've grown a giant list, but I've I've watched a lot of Naruto. I'm currently watching Naruto Shippuden, waiting on the most recent dubbed stuff. Trying to watch One Piece to get caught up in that. Watched Bleach until a certain point where Bleach died to me because no, 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 and no. I've also watched Full Metal Alchemist a lot. Um, yeah, there are a lot of animes that I've watched a lot. Also, one anime that I really like is Fairy Tail, and I actually have a tattoo of the Fairy Tail emblem on my shoulder. In the same, if anybody knows Natsu, I have it in his exact location. I liked that anime so much that I got a tattoo of it, and I want to add on to it. So, to his question, do you know anime? I'm assuming, I think that will be a good enough answer to it. Um, I've actually also started recently, since I've been waiting for um, Fairy Tail at least to get more episodes. I've been starting to read the manga, and I actually found this one manga. What is it? Boku no Hero Academia or something like that. I've recently been reading that, and I actually really like that. Um, but I think that should be a good enough answer to his question. And now there's this question, which is by far the most difficult question for me to answer out of every single fucking one of these. Damn you for asking a good question. Shit. What is my favorite game? Ah, you bastard. You had to ask a really good question. Um, let's see. On PC, I think if I go just by games I've spent the most time on PC, obviously, Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms, 624 hours. That was before they kind of glitched it up. So a total, I have over 800 hours of Medieval 2 Total War played. Empire, lot. Rome 2, I don't know how I played so much of it. Skyrim, I've played a lot of it. Civ 5, Shogun, Fallout, Terraria, I played a lot with my friends. The Witcher 2 I played through, and I really enjoyed that. Rogue Legacy I enjoyed. So I think for this question, I have to split it up. I have to have it as favorite console game and favorite PC game. Because if I have to pick just one favorite game, I can't do that. There's no way I can say this is my absolute favorite game of all time. I can't do that. But it's hard for me to say because there are some games I love for some reasons and some games I love for other reasons. Like I love the Total War series because I love strategy games. I love games made by Bethesda because they're great RPG games. It I have to split it up even more. Because as you guys can see some back here, I have it's like I've played League of Legends a little bit. I've played a bunch of other things. I've played WoW a lot over the years. Um, I would have to say, like an online game I love playing is World of Warcraft, just because of friends I've made on World of Warcraft. Um, My favorite game that I just like, I'll always just play it whenever I want to, is Medieval 2 Total War. I fucking love Medieval 2 Total War. This is no error for me. I played this just because, and a lot of that is my campaigns. It's like, oh, I've played over 800 hours. I have a lot of Empire Total War on here too because I kind of left it up all the time when I was playing it. I would just leave it open, so that's why I have a lot of hours on Empire Total War. But I love Medieval 2 Total War. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And if they do make a Medieval 3, they better not fuck it up. If they ever make a Medieval 3 Total War, they better not fuck it up. It better be like, okay, Attila Total War is easily what Rome 2 should have been. Rome 2 should not have been released until it was Attila Total War standards. That's what I feel. Medieval 3 should be Attila Total War standards. It should be the game it should have been to be when released. No fuck up should happen. If it does, I'm going to be pissed. So whenever there is, and eventually it might be released, I'm hoping that they release a Medieval 3 Total War. I will be happy. I will be happy that day. Okay, so for strategy games, I love Medieval. I also love like StarCraft. I played StarCraft a lot when I was younger. I'm not great at it against people, but I love it. And Warcraft 3 I love too. I loved playing that online. Playing a mode called Hero Line Wars. I love that. How long is this so far? Oh, it's not too bad. I'm just hoping I don't make this too long. So yeah, favorite strategy game would have to be like Medieval 2. Other than that, I really, really, really like Skyrim. Skyrim and Fallout. What do I like better, Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas? I think Fallout New Vegas I like better than Fallout 3 because of the combat. But Skyrim I love because of its modability. There's so much you can do when modding the game. It's awesome. I love that I've gotten 269 hours of it. I've played that much of it, and I love it. And with the Fallout New Vegas thing, it makes me hopeful. The reason I love it so much is the reason why I want a motherfucking Fallout 4. I want Fallout 4. Fallout 4 with a Fallout, just a Fallout game with a new engine. If it had the same modability as every other Bethesda game, I would love it. I would love it. But so okay, so for PC, I really, really like. I have to kind of split it up two little mini things. But my favorite game for strategy is by far Medieval 2. My favorite RPG game, if I want to be like in a medieval setting, is obviously Skyrim. Oblivion I played a lot of too. And then for more future setting, it's obviously for me New Fallout New Vegas because of the combat. So that's my favorite PC games. And now we have to go to consoles. God damn it, this is going to be even worse. Okay. And I don't have as many games on my console with me here, but I did bring like the ones that I like the most. But okay, so the audio might be a little bit different down here now, but on my console, the games I remember playing by far the most. On Xbox, it was Halo. I loved Halo. I love the story of Halo, but I'm just not able to play that anymore because I don't want to get an Xbox One. I don't have the money for it. But I love that. It's a great game. I played that with my dad when I was younger, and I loved it. He had to convince me to stop shooting Marines and actually shoot the aliens. That was kind of difficult, but after he did, I became a lot better at it than him. Other than that, when I was younger, I would play a lot of Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter on my PS2 because my mom, she didn't have much money, so she was kind of poor. She has bipolar disorder, so she can't have a regular job, so we didn't have much. And when I actually got a PS2, those were the two games I played the most. I would always play. Sorry, I'm kind of out of breath. I'm talking a lot. Okay. Sorry, I just need to breathe. I'm talking a lot. But I played a ton of Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter. I love like Jak 3. I love. I've played through that 3-4 times, and Ratchet and Clank. I have played through that specifically Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. I have played through that at least 10 times. At least 10 times. Every other Ratchet and Clank I've at least played through like two or three times. I love those games. I love them. The ones on PS3 aren't as great, but I still like them. They're still fun. They're still fun when you get the Rhino and you start blowing every fucking thing up. I loved it was the Rhino in A Crack in Time. That thing was awesome. I loved how they had it. So you had the little 1812 overture music going on when you were firing that fucking thing. It's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You made me happy. Um, but on consoles, I've always really liked the Nazi zombie mode in Call of Duty. I don't like Call of Duty for any other reason. I've only played it for zombies because I love that. I love playing on. It was on Der Eyes. Der Eyes. I remember playing that a lot with my friends when I was younger. So for kind of like games like that, uh, my favorite games on consoles, I love Ratchet and Clank and I love Jak and Daxter. I can't pick which one's better. I can't. I literally can't. So my favorite console game of that kind of nature is those two. I'm just gonna combine them. They're Jak Clankster. Jak Clankster. Because I've just played them so much. But besides that, I really like Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. My favorite game, I would have to say, on my PS3 is Assassin's Creed 2. I love Assassin's Creed. I love historical settings, obviously, because of me playing medieval and stuff like that. I love the settings. And Assassin's Creed 2, I just love it. I love the Renaissance, and I love that. That's why I didn't like Assassin's Creed 3, because we were in the fucking Revolutionary War for the U.S. and crap, and it's boring. But I would have to say that, yeah, for PS3, my favorite game is Assassin's Creed 2 or Black Flag. Black Flag was not a good Assassin's Creed game. It was a great pirate simulator. That's what it was, but it was still fucking fun. So I kind of feel bad that this is kind of all jumbled up. I don't have a exact answer. Like I don't have like, oh, my favorite game is this. It's this, and this. So I'm kind of sorry about that. But so I'm just gonna kind of summarize that up. But my favorite PC games are Medieval 2 Total War. Excuse me. Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, or games like them. Also, World of Warcraft, I just really like that. It's kind of the reason why I have my name on YouTube. RAM, or just anything with the first part RAM, I've always used a lot on my PS3 and this. It's Rampand, and then on WoW, it's Ramadan. And that's kind of the reason why I'm like my name's like that. But so that is for my PC, and then on consoles. God, I talked way too much. I'm kind of out of breath. It's Jak and Daxter, the first three games, and then Ratchet and Clank. Pretty much everything up until the most recent one. What one was that one called again? Into the Nexus, I believe it was called. And Assassin's Creed on my PS3. I love that. I had a lot of fun with Assassin's Creed Unity when I was playing it. I didn't have to deal with as many bugs, but I love that. I love the historical settings. I love that I climbed the Eiffel fucking Tower. I loved that. That was awesome. I really wish they had a modern Assassin's Creed so I could climb like the Empire State Building or something like that. So I think I got every question. Did I? I hope I answered everybody's questions with a good enough detail. I'm not sure, yeah, for that do you know anime one, I'm not sure if I answered that correctly. But oh, I forgot to say who asked that. It was Angelo DeWitt. He asked me what's my favorite game and do you know anime. I blame you, you bastard, for giving me a really good question. Ah, you bastard. Another one who gave me a really good question was that nuts Ozzy 12 for my favorite movie, because it's hard for me to say. It was hard for me to say. And then Dark Dragon for the one about my biggest pet peeves. Like shit, I can't remember what my biggest pet peeve is, but I'm hoping I was able to answer everybody's questions with enough detail, and I'm hoping you guys really enjoyed this 500 subscriber video. I know I only played a game for about half of it, because half of the thing I was having to explain. Oh shit! Talk about what's my favorite games. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I can't just pick one game as my absolute favorite game. I can't. Um, so yeah, but I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, maybe just like or comment on the video if you guys really enjoyed it. If you guys did not enjoy this video, please let me know why. I can obviously understand if I said one of my favorite games was not yours. I'm sorry, but that's just my personal opinion on my favorite games. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this. But yeah, this is Rampan, and I'll see you guys next time.